North Korea have won a World Cup. This is not clickbait. Like, they've won a World Cup. Yo, what is going on, my people? 2099 back here with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about, and I'm here to tell you guys that North Korea have won a World Cup. This isn't a catch or anything. This is not a clickbait video. North Korea have genuinely won a FIFA World Cup. Just this past September 21st to be exact, North Korea beat Japan in the Under-20 World Cup, Women's World Cup that is, and now that may not seem like the biggest achievement or the biggest feat for some of you watching this video, but I'm making this video to let you guys know that it's actually quite of a big deal, because the way they got there and the way they got to the final and the way they won it is just so impressive. And to think that you would ever say that, you know, North Korea would win a World Cup is I think is just insane by itself. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and claim that I'm an expert of women's football. I think my women's football knowledge is becoming better by you know, time, but it's definitely not as good as some other people that I know, especially female football fans. I watched the Asian teams at this Under-20 women's World Cup because I wanted to cover them up on the Asian Football Show, which is a brand new podcast that me and two other friends are running. So that is a cool thing that you guys should check out as well. The links will be in the description for you guys as well. If you're into Asian football or want to get into Asian football, I think that's a cool thing for you guys to check out. Nevertheless, small little plug, but we're gonna get on with the video now. Like I said, it's not just the fact that they won it, but it's how they won it and the way, the fashion that they won it. And to say that North Korea won a World Cup is insane, and I'm here to make a video because they really do deserve their flowers. Now, immediately, if we look at the standings of that Under-20 World Cup, that's the Women's World Cup. So the group, they were in Group F, and they were drawn with the Netherlands, Argentina, and Costa Rica. I think before the tournament started, everyone would have put North Korea last. Well, they were actually first. Yep, they won all three games. They beat the Netherlands, they beat Argentina, and they beat Costa Rica, which they had a plus 15 goal differential. I mean, this was a total domination. I mean, they won 6-2 against Argentina. They won 9-0 against Costa Rica, and they won 2-0 against North Korea. And they would now then go to the knockout stages and play against Austria, Brazil, the USA, and finally Japan. Four very hard opponents. I mean, we're not talking, you know, some team that is a filler nation that, you know, somehow made it into knockouts. You know, we're talking big teams here. If you want to count out Austria, sorry, Austria fans. But they played Brazil, they played the USA, and they played Japan. And they beat the United States of America, which is regarded as, for some, the best national team in the world. They beat Brazil as well. Both scores finished 1-0, and like I said, I'm looking at this with just a smile on my face, just to say that North Korea was able to beat all these guys and win it it's just an incredible feat. If you guys haven't watched any games, which I don't think most of you have, I highly recommend you guys to go check out the highlights. It's just a journey watching it. It's like watching a little, like a short little movie. Korea's main women's side is actually pretty decent as well. They're not bad at all, but to the point where they're gonna win a World Cup, I don't think they've reached that stage yet. But the fact that the Under-20 side has done so is incredible. And you know, they've got some players, Il-son, Ryong-jong, Un-young. I'm probably butchering the hell out of these guys' names, but reality is, me butchering their names or not, they've been freaking fantastic. And if you watch like the team of the tournament on any like ratings website, SofaScore, FootMob, whatever, like most of these players are from North Korea too, which I think by itself deserves just all of its flowers. Now, that's the feat that they've done. That's the achievement that they've done. What does this necessarily mean for North Korean football? We know that the men's side of things is a little bit of a mess, but as for the team itself, the main team, they're actually not a bad squad at all. They can hold their own. You know, if we look at their recent results, you know, they drew against Russia, they won against Russia 3-0, they barely lost to Japan. They only lost 2-1, and then they drew against Japan in the first game. That was for the Olympic qualification for Paris 2024. So they nearly made it to the Olympics if it wasn't for them losing by a goal. Like, they literally lost out over a goal. And you are going to look at all the other qualifications. You know, they were just cruising. They won against China, they won against Thailand, and they drew South Korea, which is also a powerhouse in women's football. So just to tell you that, like, their women's football is actually on the rise. If they can win an under 20 World Cup, which wasn't a fluke, people are going to call it a fluke. They won against the States, they won against Brazil, they won against Japan, Austria, they won against the Netherlands, they won against Argentina. All of these sides are very hard sides to beat. And they all beat, like, they beat them, like, fair and square. The sky is the limit for these girls, and I would love to see what they can do in the next World Cup. And it's a funny thing to see, for sure. There's a lot of memes that come out of it, like North Korea beating the USA. I mean, let's be honest. I was watching those highlights with a smile on my face. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I really couldn't believe it. And this is a country that, you know, no one really knows much about. We don't know what the development is football-wise. I mean, we've heard about it for the men's side, but for the women's side, we would expect it to be worse. It isn't worse. And, you know, you just have to just put your hands up and say, like, they did an amazing job. So that's pretty much it for this video. North Korea winning a World Cup. I thought I'd make a video about it because I really want to know what people think about it. If you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to smash that like button, subscribe as well. If you guys are new to the channel, all my links, my social links will be down in the description for you guys. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everything will be down in the description for you guys to check out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Damn, I'm on red alert. Now she went up in the